Actually, my father helped me decide on tech. He was a civil aeronautical engineer at Michoud here in New Orleans at the time, and he did some research with me, and we decided that tech would be a good opportunity to go into engineering. I actually started in civil engineering, but I worked offshore before I went to school as a welder's helper, and I worked offshore again after my first year as a roughneck on a drilling rig, and made a decision to switch into petroleum engineering. But after I changed to and switched over to petroleum engineering, I met a gentleman named Robert Mac Carruthers, and he mentored me. He told me I was smarter than I thought I was. He told me I had potential to do things I never could see ahead of me. And my college career just kind of turned around at that point. After graduating in petroleum engineering, I started my career with Mobil Oil in Morgan City, Louisiana. I was with Mobil for about 18 years until the merger. From there, I left ExxonMobil after 24 years. I went to BHP Billiton, which took me around the world during that 10-year period, probably about 3 or 4 times a year. And we don't have time to go through all the different places I've been to, but it was quite the experience. Following that, I decided I wanted to try out being a CEO. So over the last number of years, I've been the CEO of 3 different independent oil and gas companies. I was absent for 30 years after I graduated. We were busy moving around every few years. Having our kids like many people do, and I hadn't really thought about tech a lot. I was very thankful on a lot of occasions, but I didn't give back and I didn't reconnect. And then Dr. Geis came down to visit me when I was running the full petroleum division at BHP Billiton. And he came down to my office in Houston, and he got such a kind mannerism around him, and he just said, "Tim, exciting things going on. You've done well. I think it's time to get back involved." And from that day forward, I got involved. A few years ago, several people, including Bill Hogan and Katie Samuels, came to me and said, "Hey, we think you'd do a good job as the president." And I was pleased with that, and I stepped in not knowing exactly what to expect. But the biggest thing for me in the foundation is I've learned how generous people are and how generous some companies are, especially in North Louisiana. It's just overwhelming to see what people step up and do. My biggest pleasure has just been watching those kind of people. The other exciting part is the whole foundation has changed a lot since I've been involved, not because of me, but because of the staff and the kind of innovative things they're trying to do. And I think that was just kind of punctuated when we announced the microchip plant recently in Ruston. And watching the generosity of others is so important because it's contagious. And so people had never even thought about giving, like the situation that Carolyn and I were in at Tech. We're seeing other people that we knew step up and do big things, and that enabled us to step forward and do some things too. To think about my college career, my actual career, and now the university feels that I'm worthy to receive a award like this, it's just humbling. I think that's the only word to give it. Can't finish this conversation without thanking my wife, Carolyn. We've been married for over 40 years now. She grew up in Louisiana, didn't really ever want to move, and we've moved multiple times to many interesting places, and she's been amazing helping me with my career, and we work solidly as a team and continue to do that. Also my 2 sons, I think the first 18 years of their life, they might have moved 9 or 10 times, and that was a lot. And I really appreciate it. They've done well. They're both engineers, one a chemical engineer, one a mechanical engineer. And now we have 4 grandchildren. We have 3 girls and a boy. So my family means everything. And without their help, I wouldn't be sitting here today.